Hello again, Double Talk 73 here. What we're going to do this time is I'm going to try to show you how to fish with a bottom rod without bells uh, so that you won't lose fish. I've been in California for a while fishing for sturgeon and been showing when and where some of the lower level fishermen to catch the sturgeon, but they keep missing the strikes because they're trying to set the hook too soon. They If they're using bell, they jerk when the bell goes off, and that's the same thing as a ding. When you're fishing with bobbers, it just tells you that there's a fish near, not necessarily a strike. So I'm gonna try to show you how to catch without the bells, so that you will lose fewer fish. So what we're going to do is I'm first of all I'm gonna do it with sturgeon, and we're going to go to 2 o'clock in the morning, a good night peak. I like to fish for sturgeon at night, and you'll see when I get there that I've already got a full net from fishing the night before. So when we get there, we'll just fast forward the time. Here's what I'm going to be using. This is my number two setup is a Heavy Chaser 10-2, the Ambusher 9500, a Fluoro 025, a 7-ounce sinker, O2 monoliter, a 7-ounce hook, and spawn sack, which is a good setup for sturgeon. And you'll see on my other setups, I've got the bells, and I've learned how to use the bells. This is a setup we're going to, after I get through catch a couple sturgeon, we'll go to Michigan, and I'll show you how to use the same idea for muskie and blues. Okay, so I hope this helps you. Okay, let's go over here. Have a We need to go to 2 o'clock the next morning. See, this is what I get without. I don't have premium, so I get roughly 32,000 per peak, as opposed to 48. Don't need the money, so I'm not going to spend money on the peak. And the other fisherman here with me is a gentleman from Turkey. Is one of my friends. So let me tell you, I'm turning off chat. Turning off chat to record not being stopped. Okay, I've already got my. This is where I fish. One of the places I fish for sturgeon. So I'm going to cast out. I've got my line clipped for just a little bit further than what I want to set it at. Okay, two ways of doing this. Once I get out there, you can go up with the rod. Now here's another thing. I like to turn my light off so I can see my line a little bit better. It's hard to see with all these lights I got here, but it's easier to see my line. Now, all I do is I wait for that line to go out. And you'll see the blue along the bottom here that you've got a fish on. But I use the line movement as the same thing as my bobber going under or the bells going crazy. See, there we go. That's how easy it is. We'll catch one more and then we'll go to Michigan. Because I fish for the muskie during the day, you do the same thing. That's pretty nice sturgeon, I believe. That's probably going to be over 45 pounds. It don't want to come in. Maybe 50. The gentleman from Turkey is farming. There we go, 53 pounds. Okay, the other way of doing it, there's two ways. That was the first way. The other way, instead of doing the, let me get to my set, okay, down and let out a little line. See the line hanging down? It's the same principle. But if I turn my light on, see the line almost disappears. I just like it with the light off. Here again, I'm looking through my bifocal. But I wait for that line to go out. That's my first indication. And the second indication is the blue across the bottom of the bars, the graph. And if you do that, you shouldn't miss many fish. Now, I still miss fish when I use the bells because I set the hook too early. I get too eager. But also, if I don't get a bite fairly soon, I reset. I give it about 3 or 4 minutes and then I reset. A lot of times, just before I reset, I get a bite. Okay, let's reset. See, there wasn't nothing around it because I didn't get a notice at the top. The strike was done too early. So let's try it again. They both work the same way. It's just doing a little more motion with the wheel to let line out. Well, come on, sturgeon, don't let me down. Oh, that's right, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. 11. Oh, see what I did? Common rookie mistake. I went to the next night at 11. See up here? It's 11, and I want to be at 2. So, there we go, see? Let's go ahead and go to 3. 2 o'clock's when the peak really starts. We'll go to 3. So, mercy. Okay, now let's see what happens. Now we're at the right time, anyhow. And when you set the hook, always go right mouse button first to set the hook and then reel. If you push them both at the same time, a lot of times you'll pull the bait and hook right out of the fish's mouth. Bang, there we go. See, they both work. And always be sure and press the right mouse button first to set your hook and then reel. See, I reel with my space bar, but I set the hook with my right mouse button. That's another nice one. 47, 48 pound maybe. 55 pound bigger. Okay, that's here in California. So let's go to Michigan. I'm probably going to have a nice repair bill. Sturgeon do a pretty good job. That's not too bad, 10,000. Okay, see, I've 3 peaks. Excuse me, 6 peaks. Made 190,000 counting that short one. Okay, let's go to Michigan. I own Michigan. I bought Michigan and Florida when I bought a bunch of coins, and I didn't realize that I could. Well, we need a sunny morning. Day 3. Okay, we'll get over there anyhow. We're going to use the same rig same rod reel and everything, just a different bait. Oh, that's a raining. That's a good morning for walleye. They like to rain. We're over here in my Uni Muskie spot. Uni Muskie, 5 to 6 a.m. sunny. And they're fairly consistent about what you catch. You'll catch 2 common, 1 trophy, 1 uni, not in any particular order. Okay. We're going to use rod number 6 for this. Everything is the same. All rod and reel and everything is the same, except we're going to use a 7/0 hook and a large minnow. And I'm going to get rid of my bell. And I always like using just a default leader for just about everything but gar in Louisiana. For gar in Louisiana, I use either a 24 or 18-inch leader for them. But anyhow, that's there. So let's go fishing. We need the 3rd day, so this is going to cost me a coin or 2. See, but we're nice, so that's okay. Okay, that's day 2, so we want to go day 3 the next morning. So we get time, next morning, sunny, there we go. Now, I cast out 100 feet. That's what I like, where I cast overcast. Ooh, that's way over. But I bring it back to 100 feet. That's my 101. Let's go 99. Yeah. And do the same thing. A little easier to see the line in the fog. But it works the same way. Now, we've got a minnow out there that'll drag it around some. So don't set your hook when you see that line go with a minnow. You still have to wait for the blue here. Don't set your hook too early. See, if you set your hook too early, you got nothing. Okay? So don't rely on your minnow jerking your line around. Your line will go out to let you know that there's something around it, even if it's just the minnow. But wait till you get your blue at the bottom of your charts, your graph, bar graph, to set the hook. Because a minnow will pull that 7-ounce weight. See? It's pulling it around. And it'll move. When a fish is on, the tip of your rod is going to dip, and the line will not come back the way it is now. Same thing. Right mouse button to set the hook. When it goes out and goes tight, it'll stay tight. And you've got time. You don't have to set the hook immediately. You've got time to make sure that there's a fish. Because you get, okay, something's chasing the minnow around. You see how it jerked? Something's chasing the minnow. Now see, if you set your hook every time that line went out, you wouldn't catch nothing. Bingo. You see it? See, it stayed tight, and I got blue at the bottom of my graphs. This is a common, I do believe. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start fighting harder. Find out we get it in. That time all I did was right-click the mouse. Okay? Oh, cool. Right off the bat. Okay. That's the way you catch the clear muskie. Now, for the blues, we gotta go get in our boat. Okay. You see, I got a bass boat. I've also got the other motor boat See, I got a trolling motor on this one. Press the E, start the motor. This thing goes fast. I mean, really, really fast. Anchor, stop. Okay, we'll get out. I don't want to start my engine. I want to get out. I gotta be closer. Okay. Same setup except for bait, I'm going to use large cut. Okay. Here, it's not going to be jerking around. And I like to fish at night for the blues, night peaks. So the night peak on this should be 11 to 1. 11 to 1. Who in the world is calling me? That's a doctor's appointment. Okay, we know now that the time is, and I like to fish from this corner of the dock. And you see where I'm aiming? I aim just left of the bow of the boat, just to the left of that part of the dock or boat, whatever it is over there. Okay, and I like to fish 55 feet out. So let's go to 11 p.m. Everything is the same. It's a little easier to get rid of the light. Wish that guy'd turn off his light and make it easier on me too. Okay. Okay. I'm going to just right click. Guy's killing me. There we go. I just did my quick kick on the right mouse button. And let's see what happens. Thank you. Oh, that's one of my buddies. He left. I'm the only one here. Well, we'll just get rid of that then. Okay. Same thing. If I don't get a bite, says roughly 4 minutes. I reel in and reset. Ah, you see how I had my line? It's a video game. Whenever you set your line out there, if your pole is like that, chances are you're not going to get a bite. You have to have it on the plus side. So that was my bad. So let's set it out there, and then let's clip the line. I don't like to clip catfish very much because they run. Unclip it. There we go. I don't want to lose the setup, so I'm not going to unclip it. Okay. Right. Punch the mouse button. Right click the mouse button to get my line out there. It's a whole lot better when you've got 3 or 4 people fishing too when you're out here, because it's like you're chumming for each other. There's more bait in the water. You're more likely to catch a fish. I know it sounds silly, but that's just fishing. Okay, something. See, here we go. Line goes out. You get a little blue across the bottom of your graph, and you got a fish. But if you don't wait till that line goes out, okay, that was the right click on the mouse. So now let's let outline this time. We can use it there. We want to do the same thing. Right click, left click, I'm sorry, let out. One click. If the line goes out when you're using stationary bait like large cut or duck meat or something like a shrimp or something like that that cannot pull your line, when your line goes out, you've got a fish pulling on it. But wait until you get blue, a little bit of blue at the bottom of your bottom over here before you set the hook, and you'll have it. And with the light on, see, it's a little harder to see the line. Here we go. Line out, blue at the bottom. And sometimes the line will go left, sometimes it'll go right. But that's all there is to it. Which that way you won't be losing fish by setting the line too easy. Decent trophy. Okay? All right. That's all there is to it. So thank you for watching. Uh, good luck, tight lines. God bless you and your families. And watch some other videos if you'd like to. And please subscribe and click on that bell so you get notified when I put new videos in. And I appreciate you very much. Catch y'all later. Y'all come back now, you hear?